Hi, hello, kia ora, welcome to my channel. I've done it. I've finally given in to the impulse and made a purchase from Temu. Most people are familiar with Temu. It's been all over the web lately. There's a lot of haul videos out there with people showing what it is that they've bought from Temu. So I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon to some extent, but mainly because I haven't seen anyone from New Zealand sort of talking about their purchases. So I thought I'd share this just in case anyone from New Zealand was interested in and wanted to know sort of what the experience was like. So I placed my order on the 5th of June and received an email pretty much straight away saying that the expected delivery would be between the 13th and the 16th of June, so I was really impressed with even that time frame. Then by the time I sort of looked at the shipping, and I've been following the tracking because, you know, I'm impatient, and it ended up, if the local courier company had delivered the parcel properly, I would have got it yesterday, which was the 12th of June, but it came today. So I've been through and I've checked everything. I received everything that I ordered. I just wanted to quickly run through, well, as quick as possible, what it was I did purchase. I'm going to apologise now for the sound of any unwrapping, because even though I've taken everything out of the big orange Temu bag, I haven't actually taken anything out of the individual packaging because it was easy for me to write the prices on the labels on the outside of the packaging. So first up is something that I bought for myself. It is a water bottle, and one of those ones that have got the measurements on the side for encouragement, because I know I'm not drinking enough water, and I've been looking at bottles like this for a while, and to be honest, here in New Zealand they are an absolute exorbitant price. So when I found this one for $5.27, it was definitely turning up in my shopping cart. So I thought this looked like a good option. So we've got straw, we've got a strap, which will probably end up in the rubbish, some stickers, which I am not going to use on my drink bottle because I'm an adult, but I might give them to my granddaughter. She might be interested in them. So I'm guessing the straw goes in there. It's got a good feel in terms of quality. I suppose I'll put that, let go. Yeah, I guess it goes in there. Does that fit round there? Must do. No, let's take it off. Too annoying. Okay, it's going to be one of these awkward ones where you've got to get the lid lined up properly or else it doesn't screw on. Oh no, there we go, that seems to be on. We have a flip there. How does this pop up? Ow, that needs, there's a really sharp point on the end there, which and that's a press, that's why. I was going to say I'm going to have to, even still I might file that down just because it's really sharp. So that pops up and then drink. Now that's a nice soft rubber feel, but oh, nice click to it. So 900 mils, that's good. 9 a.m. get started, remember your goal, keep chugging, don't give up. Almost there, you did it. Refill. Right, very cool. I will give that a clean and then go and christen that this afternoon. Right, the one sewing thing I got was this. It was 98 cents, and there's 2 in here, and these are for threading elastic. So they obviously come with a little wee protector there, and what you do is slide this along here, put the elastic between the 2 sharp little points and push this back down, and then you can thread your elastic through waistbands. You can also use it, I'm guessing, for ribbons or anything like that. This is something I wish I had known about years ago, and it's only through watching Great British Sewing Bee that I even heard or knew that these things existed. Now on to some more sort of crafting items, and I might as well start here. So I bought myself some white pens, mainly because I'm always struggling with finding the perfect white pen, and these look to be quite good, although that's not a good start there with the lid coming off. And they are white pens, 2 pieces, 7mm, and they were $2.98 for the 2 of them. Now, that was the reason why I got these, because they had the nice long tip. So, yep, look at that. So it'd be even better on the black. Excuse me, Mr. LJ Hooker. Oh yeah, like that very much. And that started working straight away. So, don't know if you can see that squiggly line there. That is perfect. That is even better than I thought. Right, the other thing I bought, or next thing I bought, was a couple of silicone spatulas. And, well, there's mini spatulas and spoons. So I got one in cyan and one in chartreuse, because I love both of these colours and together they look awesome. So we will open them up. Now they're designed for use in just about anything. I feel like they've got a metal bar or something, maybe even a wooden stick going through the middle. We've got like the spatula end, which is flexible, sort of the last third of it, just right on the tip. And then the spoon lid there, the spoon end, is flexible right from the neck. So I wouldn't lift anything too heavy. See, that one's the same. But they're like designed for cleaning out like wax spoons or scooping up maybe mica powder, something like that, and then you can mix them up. But I thought they sounded quite good because the silicone is non-stick. So we'll see how that goes and whether that works. So they were, and I don't know if I can't remember if I mentioned that, $1.70 each. So that's $1.70 New Zealand. So I thought that was a pretty good investment. So the next thing I bought was this. Now this just fascinated me, and they're all over Temu, and they are they're like endless pencils or something. I think that's what they're called. So it was $1.48. Now, depending on which one you got of these, there were some that were like branded, different textures and colours, and the prices ranged, I think, up to sort of $5 New Zealand. But the tips are designed so that they're actually leadless in here. Got an eraser on this end, pencil on that, but they're designed to keep writing almost endlessly. So how does it write? Oh yeah, it writes like a pencil. It's quite light, but I didn't push too hard there. And yeah, just a pencil that don't think it needs sharpening. Yeah, I know you can get replacement tips because they're not going to go on continuously, but I thought something like this that you're just not going to have to sharpen, and I don't know that this one's going to come out, so maybe some of the more expensive ones are the ones that you can replace the tips on. But yeah, I mean, for $1.48, I thought that was pretty awesome, and especially if you don't have to worry about redoing the tip. Feels like a HB kind of lead. It's quite light, but I mean, you're still easy to see that. So I mean, it might be. I think in my second order, I might have ordered another one for my granddaughter, just because I thought it would be good for her for like exams, and that she doesn't need to worry about sharpening them or anything like that, or even with her art. But yeah, so that looks really cool. Again, you can get it multiple colours, multiple prices depending on what you are prepared to pay. But yeah, there were some that you can get replacement tips for. Okay, on to this bunch here. So the first thing I've ordered in terms of building up my wax seal supplies was I wanted to get a little wee furnace. Now, I'm not sure on this. It, to be honest, is a little bit smaller than I was expecting. But I mean, it should still be usable. It was $3.48 and came with the little wee furnace that, to be honest, feels kind of cheap and cheerful. It is quite pretty. It's in the rose gold. It came with a coordinating spoon in pink. Unfortunately, pink's not really my colour, but I thought it still looked quite good. It will sit on there nicely, which is the main thing. And the question is, how hot does this metal get? So I'll need to try that out. The spoon is nice and deep. I really like that. So that should fit in quite a few sort of wax pellets. Whoops. Wax pellets. I like that it's got the little wee pour section there. But yeah, nice little wee wooden handle, so my hand's not going to get too hot on that, which is very cool. So I like that. Yeah, not sure how strong that will be, but we will find out, because I'll do a test on that very soon. I also bought some separate spoons just because I wanted something with the big base hollow spoon bit, whatever you want to call that. I know there's probably got a name, but I don't know what it is. And these were $1.68 each. I did get 5 of them. I like, oh, it's got like a flat base there. I thought the handle might be a little bit longer, but to be honest, it's still going to be plenty long enough. It was more that I wanted a bigger head, because my other spoons that I've got are really quite small. When you look at that, that's a ginormous difference. And this one here, I can just fit 3 in, but it's almost at the top, and that's 3 pellets. But this should be plenty big enough. And even, I mean, because I've been going to like this, which is actually a measuring spoon, but that's too big, and you can see like the burns underneath. So I think that one will be much better size. Yeah, that's the one, my preferred one. But it's just that little bit deeper, which I think will be better for holding the wax and not being concerned that it's gonna overflow. So yeah, $1.68. I think they're definitely a good purchase. I also bought 3 new seal heads, so $3.48 for these 2, and these ones are letters. So I bought a P for Paula, obviously, and a M for Moxie Mojo. So we've got the M, and it is hard to see when they're upside down. And I was pleased that these didn't come with handles, because a lot of the heads in some of the videos I've seen, the stamps have actually come with handles, and I thought, well, you know, that's something I don't need because I've already got enough. And this one here was a kettle flower. It was $3.98, so a little bit more expensive. But I wanted something that was like a different shape, and so this is the kettle with the flowers in the top, because I want to try doing multicoloured wax seals. I've seen some like clips or shorts on YouTube and Instagram where someone has like made the flowers say green, and then the jug a different colour, and then put it into an oval seal. So I wanted to actually try it for myself. Well, this was quite a nice one, looked to be quite simple. I'm surprised at how deep the jug looks, so that might be actually quite raised rather than shallow, as a lot of my existing stamps are. So looking forward to trying that as well. And then the last thing that I bought in the sort of wax seal type thing were these wax beads, and I bought these because I saw someone else had bought some and demonstrated them on YouTube. They were quite expensive, $6.48, and you really don't get that many. They're quite small, but the seals, when they're made up, look absolutely gorgeous, this transparent gold colour. And so I bought some of those to try. We'll have a look at the washi tape next before I move on to other things. I bought some different packs and different sizes, mainly because I don't really have any large washi tapes in my stash, so I thought I'd get a bit of a selection to try them out. So this is a pack here. It's was a manuscript theme, $4.48 for the pack, and it comes with 4 different washi tapes. Now I should actually just grab a piece of paper to test these all out on. So you have one here. Now they're all taped together. Now one thing I will say is that the packs, so you don't get a lot on them, even though they're really cheap. And this is something that a lot of other crafters on YouTube have commented on, is that yes, they're cheap, but you really just don't get a lot on each roll. So if you are looking at getting some of the washi tape. Just be aware of that. So, it's very small. Really doesn't feel that sticky. So I'm just gonna, was trying to find where the repeat is. The repeat is probably about 13, maybe 14 inches. So 35 centimeters, I'm guessing. Alright, let's try it there. Okay, it tears nicely, but I just don't know how sticky it is. Whoops. Would help if I could stick it down straight. It will stick to the page, but we'll see if it stays there. Now these look to be like a Michelangelo type of image. Quite a noticeable line there. I don't know if you can see that. Between the images, all the rest of them are no noticeable ones. So I mean, that might be something you need to bear in mind. And again, it doesn't feel very sticky. So we'll try the next one. I'm guessing these have all got the same repeat on them. You know, that about 14 inches type length. So we'll just pull this off. This is on like skeletons and like medical, your muscles and stuff. Well, they don't seem to be peeling up at all, so that's a good sign. And this one's just a little bit wider than the others. I do like how they tear, but just they really don't feel very sticky. Maybe it's because I'm not that familiar with washi tape. I haven't used as much as in my crafting as what a lot of people have done. So maybe that's from me. Now I've got two here, new style, $1.48 each. So again, really cheap. Can't even remember what these styles were. Oh, okay, so we've got a little bit of a... So if I can pull the sticker up, either end, it then has a perforated area that is awesome. Makes getting the protection packaging off a little bit easier. Or supposed to be. If you see it's ending up with stickers on both hands, so that I can't actually do anything. Yeah. So not very elegant. Okay, now these are clear or transparent. So I don't know what they're going to be like. Okay, plaster to hold it closed. Not plaster, it's tape puller. Okay, so these are not adhesive, not self-adhesive. They're like, it's like a very thin transparency or acetate. It might help if I do that. So very cool. They'd look very cool as like part of a cluster, I think. Just one thing I have noticed is that everything is individually wrapped. Like everything is pretty well protected. One thing I did notice was there was some paper items and even like some stencils I got. Because they just came in like a loose bag, some things were a little bit bent. But, I mean, lying them flat should allow them or help them to flatten out. So that one's pretty cool as well. Same thing, a very thin acetate. It is an inch wide. But I think, yeah, these would make really cool additions to being in clusters. And because they're not self-adhesive, you could hide them within the layering of the cluster but still have them loose, which would add more dimension to your clusters. So right, next is, now these two were, I think they were part, no, these are different. This is the other two. So this one was $2.98, and it's also another transparent one. This one's called Today's Letter. It's transparent. Somewhere there's a sticky on it, I'm guessing. And I think this might be the same as those other two in that it's not self-adhesive. Yeah, not too bad in terms of sticky. So this has got like insects, butterflies, dragonflies, it's got plants, there's writing in the background, there's postmarks, labels, so all sorts of things in there. So I'm just going to tear a little bit off. Oh, that tears quite nicely. The quality feels really good. Even though it doesn't feel very sticky, it does stick very nicely. So that's that one. They're designed for like left-handed people. So because they come off the roll the opposite way to what I'd like. So this one again has got more flowers rather than just foliage. Again, lots of butterflies, we've got mushrooms, we've got writing, there's postcards in there, labels, postmarks. So again, very nice. I like the way it tears. It just feels, it feels really lightweight, but quality in terms of the actual material that they're made of. Now, not really that easy to put them down and not have wrinkles, but that could be just because I'm being a bit awkward at the moment. And there you can see that repeat looks really bad. Right, and here we go, the last one. Plain going overhead now. So that's that thin one. So just run through them so you can see them. So those were the first ones. Then we had the stamps, and then this is the box. So the two larger ones, then we're getting into the smaller ones. And we'll see if we can see those foils. There we go, on the butterflies. And then around the roses, then we got the smaller ones. That one with the foiling. That one there was one that tore. So they're all quite nice, and I love the kind of muted tones. So yeah, they're looking good. So now let's just do the, yep, those ones are pretty good. These ones don't seem to be sticking quite as well, because I've had that one started to rub up, that one there started to rub up, that one's pulling up a little bit. And this is, and I'm not, yeah, see that one's pulled up a wee bit. I'm not like rubbing the paper particularly hardly, or particularly hard. That one, okay, I tore the end of that. But it's more just, okay, well, is it going to pull up? So you, yeah, see that one, but I think that's partly because it's so small. So I'm not sure if you need to, like if you wanted them to stay down permanently, you might need to adhere them down a little bit. But yeah, worth bearing that in mind. So we've still got some things to go, but I think I'll stop the video here for now, and then we will carry on with, I've got some thread for journals, I've got some storage containers, and then I've got a whole lot of paper stuff and stickers that I want to go through and spend a little bit of time doing that, so you can see what it is you're getting, because I'd rather take a little bit of time now and see, well, how do things work and do they stick, so that you can make an informed decision about what you want to purchase from Temu. So be sure to join me for part 2 of this haul, and I shall clear the deck and get ready for the next one. So see you soon.